Tamika Mallory, and I'm the National Executive Director of National Action Network. First of all, I want to thank all of you for being out here. Hello, Mr. Montgomery. How you doing? I want to thank everyone who came out tonight, all of you who have heard the call, and those people who have already been out here for welcoming us into your space. Because people like Aisha Sekou and others have been out here doing this work for a long time.
That's right.
And we appreciate you for partnering with us, Aisha, and the Reverend Vernon Williams and the Erica Fords and the A.T. Mitchells and all the people who are on the ground day to day that are really the only thing between the trigger and the finger. They really are that. That's how serious it is. This is a very serious night for me. I dropped my son off today at a military school, and he's 13 years old, and I would not be able to see or speak to him for 6 weeks. And I've been torn about sending him for the last few weeks until Kamar Brooks, the 14-year-old boy, honor student, was shot and killed while playing tennis and left in the park all night 2 weeks ago. When that happened, I realized that I was doing the best thing that I could do, first of all for my son, but also for my own heart, because I'm scared to death every day that my son will be murdered the way his father was murdered, shot dead, when my son was only 2 years old. So this is real serious for me. But while I was leaving him today and hurting so much about leaving my baby at a school, I realized that the Lord has blessed me to be able to come back and do this work and not have to worry about where he is or what's going on with him. So I can work a little bit longer, work a little bit harder, and really have clarity knowing that he's safe, so that I can really be out here and be on the grind, trying to save children, trying to save my brothers and sisters. I sat in the funeral home and helped to plan the funeral of a 4-year-old baby, a baby, Cheyenne Norman's baby, Chris Morgan Jr. Hurt me to my heart to help pick out the casket for this baby, and they couldn't find the right size because he was so small. I sat there with Dominique Sharpton and others and watched this mother keep getting up to go outside because they were asking her business questions about burying her baby. That's right. And I realized at that moment that who am I to be so selfish not to lend myself every minute of the day to saving another life. And so I'm standing out here. This is not a joke. It's not about the cameras. It's not about us just having a reason to come out and show that I'm here tonight. Tomorrow night we need to be back, and the next night, and in 4 weeks, what else are we gonna do when this is over? That's what we need to be asking ourselves. How are we going to ensure that the people that are on the street every night get the money they need to take care of their business and save lives on the streets? And are we going to say, well, we're caught up in so much political stuff and there's so many different arguments, we'll let a few more die this summer and we'll get around to the funding and other issues in a few weeks, or, you know, soon, don't worry, just a few more people will die. That's a problem for me. So I'm nobody's friend in this. I'm very serious that we need to expose any and everybody who is not working every day on saving our children's lives. Because if children were dying on the Upper East Side, the city would be shut down. And it is because the kids look like us, and that's why it's acceptable. But it shouldn't be acceptable for us. And so that's what being on these corners is about. Reverend Sharpton said, if we can't get the picture that we got to get up off our behinds and stop sitting in our homes, let's go out to the corners and pull our people out. And that's why we're out here tonight. So I'm glad to see all of you out here on the night that people found out Reverend Sharpton was going to be here on this corner tonight. But tomorrow night, where are we going to be? If you don't know what corner he's going to be on, are you still going to be out here? I'm on my way right now to 110th Street to stand with Vernon Williams, who only has 10 people there. So who's going to be on his street Who's going to be in Brownsville tomorrow night? Who's going to continue to cover all of the corners? And again, what are we going to do after the 4 weeks Occupy the Corners is over? Are we going to continue to occupy our communities and save the lives of our children? Anybody that's up for that, we're ready to work with you.
That's right.